That was the wrong button, in case you were wondering. Geschwätzblitz, this is Banter Blitz. Go away, Geschwätzblitz. Hello everybody and welcome to a Monday episode of Banter Blitz, the show where we play 5-minute blitz games and talk about our weekends. And what's the Monday inspirational quote of the day? It's Monday, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm living, I'm blessed, life is good. That doesn't even rhyme. Give me something that rhymes. Dear Monday, I'm just Googling Monday quotes here. Dear Monday, I want to break up. I'm seeing Tuesday and dreaming about Friday. Sincerely, it's not me, it's you. Is that humor? I don't know, it's like with the chat. I can never tell if that's humorous or not. So what else is going on? I watched football yesterday. That wasn't very good. It's I've seen 2 football games so far. I've seen Russia against Saudi Arabia. That was, And I've seen the Germany-Mexico. Not very impressive Germany. That's all I got. That's my football punditry for today. I've already used I thought Mexico didn't want to build a wall, but I guess it's okay if Germany pays for the material in the chat. Also not my joke, I read on Twitter somewhere. So that's all I got. I know nothing about football. It seemed like it's probably not ideal if... What's this guy's name? Kimmich? Never goes back, and then there's always like this guy is free there. See, that's the level of my football vocabulary. So let's play Blitz. Challenge me, blah blah blah, chess 24, bonus code, Yanistan, you know the drill. Boom, there you go. Hey noobs, we're running out of noobs. I'm also sweating. This is a very bad... I was going to say position, but since I have the white pieces, how bad can it be? I'll go 1 e4, occupying lots of central squares, like d5. That's all the central squares, right? And Hipaz plays c5. I'm tired of the... What do they call this? The Mora. This time around, oh come on, e5 is not... That's not fair. Some people play this e5 system because they're Pelican players, so they're ready to meet d4 with cd, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, e5. And after 3 knight c3, they don't want to go knight f6 because of bishop b5. So they need a different system, and they play this e5, d6, which I know precious little about. But there is this square. I've seen people do this weird maneuver, knight d2, knight f1, knight e3. Little too subtle for my taste. Bishop g4, hang on, can I do like caveman-y tricks? I like caveman-y tricks. Knight takes e5, doesn't that work? That's one of the 3 tricks I know. Is he going to allow me to play one of my 3 tricks? It's very exciting. Isn't this, what do they call this? In German, Seekadettenmatt. My English vocabulary is not very good with all the beginner's tricks. And I don't mean to imply that Hipaz is a beginner. I mean to imply that I learned this trick when I was a beginner. See, I'm very polite today. So, bottom line, isn't this checkmate? If not, I will look foolish. Alright, 9 moves. That's more or less the over-under I was hoping for today's games. Thanks, Hipaz. And it's called Legal's Mate? That's what the chat tells me. Alright, Legal Mate for sure. And that brings us to the next game. Against Mr. Daffy Duck. Wow. This is a bit embarrassing because I have to reveal more holes in my pop culture knowledge. Daffy Duck. He's like... Is he a smart guy or is Bugs Bunny the smart guy? And Daffy Duck is sort of, the comic relief character. Because I'm Team Elmer Fudd all the way. But I've never really studied the relationship between Daffy, or is it Duffy? No, I guess it's Daffy. And what's his name? Bugs. So if anybody has any info on that topic, it would be very, very welcome. c3, I'll play b5. What did Magnus do here recently? Castles d4, bishop a7. I think there was this guy, what was it? Kayaki in Castles, maybe? Castles d4, bishop a7. But I'll stick to my gun. d6, a4, rook b8 is the main move. In this position, you can also play bishop g4. The problem with bishop g4 is it's not very good. The upside is it will get Daffy Duck out of book. Because I think Daffy Duck is the book smart type. I always thought, like, this guy Bugs Bunny reading his books. Unlikely. But Daffy, you never know what he's up to. h3, I studied this a long time ago. The problem was that we're not quite in time to do all the moves we want to do here, which are pretty much in no particular order. Knight d7, knight e7, and rook b8. The problem is knight d7 has bishop d5. Knight e7 has all kinds of annoying stuff like bishop to g5. So probably rook b8 is the smallest evil. But then bishop g5 is a little unpleasant. A little bit of a nuisance. And Cthulhu is asking, Jan, what did you think of the tournament in Leuven? Exciting ending, no? First of all, Cthulhu, we have to talk about your priorities. You just admitted that you have not yet watched the last episode of Banter Blitz, but you found time to watch the tournament in Leuven. Are you saying watching the best players in the world play against each other is higher on your list of priorities than watching me ramble about I don't like Mondays? That's a bitter disappointment, Cthulhu. Other than that, yeah, I didn't watch the last day of Blitz live, I have to admit. So I only read Colin's article afterwards. And yeah, I'm not sure we've had that scenario often, that the three leaders all lose. And therefore Wesley won because both of his rivals also lost in the final round. But yeah, I'm always game for these tournaments. They're always exciting and players take them serious. But there's still more room for looseness than in a classical tournament. So I haven't followed everything live, but I like clicking through the games and reading up on the thing. Well, when's the next one? Paris starts soon, no? Like Wednesday? So I'm very up to date. Are they having a meeting next door? I hear people talking. Maybe just in my head. So king h8, bishop f7 doesn't seem to work because of queen to e7. I want to, put the fear of f5 into his heart. I'm not sure I'm going to follow through with it. Queen h5, bishop e3, f is probably not great timing. Knight f6 I could do, but then if it just goes back, not clear what I've achieved. So where does that leave me? Nah, knight f6 is the right way to go. Now think. Brutal. Oh, I've thought about something. You'll see the fruits of my think soon. Pretend you blundered rook f6. That was my thought. Isn't that very deep? I was proud of myself. And that's all that really matters. My point is rook f6 doesn't work because of knight to g6, and he can't take because the queen would be on priest. And I know a little something about blundering queens. So, yeah, that was the whole train of thought. Queen g3 I missed, good move. Knight g6, does bishop f7 work? That'd be a pity. It is a bit unpleasant, actually. Well played, sir. Sir Duck. All right. That was not the plan, but I'll do it anyway. Time to get a little counterplay somewhere. I'm not that scared about this. Kingside attack here after rook f1. There's still no threat as far as I can tell. Worst case scenario, I can still go g6, king g7, but I don't feel any particular need right now. So c5, intending c4. He might do something boring like bishop d5, but then I'll just be very upset. There you go. I know my Daffy. f5 now, or is f5 still silly? I wish I knew structures better. I wish I was a little bit smarter. Nope. No added brain power incoming. Knight f6 feels wrong. c4 also feels wrong, but I gotta open the position so I can trick Daffy. Because all this moving back and forth, it's not gonna get the job done. Chess Higher Cat is saying Jan is losing to Duck. This is a new low. Am I that lost already? Doesn't feel that lost to me yet, but I wouldn't rule it out. So far, Daffy Boy has played well. And also, I don't think it would be a new low. I've lost like a chicken many times, which to me is worse than losing to a duck. I mean, I think it's better to duck a challenge than to chickening out. Not sure I brought that one home. Rook f6 is so aggressive, that Daffy. Daffy. I might lose, actually. Alright, Jan, focus. The problem is with gf, I'm probably lost after knight c4, even though I've rook g8. Yeah, I'll do this. Oh, he goes queen h4. He is a big champion. I'm busy getting crushed by duck here. I can't answer my phone. Now it's trouble, right? Uh-oh. Calculating. Wait for it. Oh, I also don't have time. More bad news. Alright, then I guess I'll blitz out something. What am I doing? To calculate and then play a horrible move is worse than just playing a horrible move. I'm gonna lose my rook. Let me keep that rook, sir. Ugh, rook g8, not a great idea. So draw. I'm also way behind on the clock. Won't stop me from committing harakiri. The problem is, even if I wanted to, after queen h4, it will be very hard to harakirize myself here. Good game, Duffy. Oh, I got a personalized recommendation. You guys see that? Oh no, you can't see that. It's too bad. It's a new feature. It tells me to study GM Peter Svidler's Archangels. Yeah, I think it's a good feature. Tells you what video series there are after a Blitz game, I guess. I'll check it out more. Not Svidler series, I've watched that one, but the feature. Anyway, thanks for the game, Dr. Duck. It was a very good duck game. How can I get back on the horse? Let's play win 3. Win 3? Alright. C4. Ooh, I'm sweating like a pig. Do pigs sweat? Why do people never say I'm sweating like a duck? Is that a thing? Pig sweat. Wow, you can buy pig sweat? Mildly disturbing. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so I guess it's a real thing. And I don't have to apologize to the pig community for saying I'm sweating like a pig. Albionado is telling us fur animals don't sweat through the skin. Alright, that makes sense. Mr. Dodgy is explaining further that birds don't sweat. I don't know, I think Daffy Duck was sweating a little bit there last game. Before he went for the repetition. Maybe not that much. Albionado saying dogs sweat through the tongue. Wow. That's why I always say Banter Blitz is arguably the most educational show on the internet. Where else do you learn such things? Probably Googling it. But would you have Googled dog sweat tongue? Speaking of tongue, I'm not sure if there's any amateur doctors in the audience. But I assume so. I have this problem that it feels like there's not enough space in my mouth for my tongue. Like, see, it hits the teeth on the left and the right side, and I have very sharp teeth. It's like my chest style. So, it bothers me. Is that like an irrational fear I can develop? Like, fear of my tongue not being able to escape from my mouth? Something like that? I'm not sure if I'm making myself very clear, but I'm being very serious. Problems. So we're playing against Win 3 here after CD. He went ED, which is probably correct. I was hoping for some cheap both with knight d5, knight d5, bishop d5, knight g5, which looked strong. After ED, I guess I'm a little better, but we've only just begun. Mr. Dodgy is saying a large tongue is a feature, not a bug, for reasons I will not explain. It's a family show, so I can't even speculate. I don't have any family-friendly way to speculate about those features. And also, all I know about Mr. Dodgy is his huge horse collection. So, you guys do the math. Not sure about queen f5, but before I blunder that queen, I thought I should get out of the way. And queen b1 looked a little silly. What else is going on? Brazil didn't beat Switzerland? I'll be like... annoyingly interested in football the next couple days, and then be completely uninterested in it again for 4 years. Which I guess is normal behavior for during football world championships. But I still don't find the game particularly interesting. I'll do it so I can join the cultural conversation that we are all craving to be a part of. But the game itself, 90 minutes, 0-1. Oh yeah, they had like 2 decent chances. Chicharito had like 18 decent chances. And then we pretend, oh yeah, they did something very clever. They put Vela in front of Toni Kroos, so there was nothing we could do. I don't know. Didn't rock my world, this football. Where do I go? Queen g5. Can I trick win 3 here? Because all I want is an endgame, like h6, queen g7, king g7, knight f5, knight d6. That is pretty much my greatest hope. There you go. Endgame. Yay. How do I win? Position looks pretty good. Could just take more pawns, but it feels a little cynical. Haha, let's do it. Coffee Cluster is having some very long question there. Jan, sorry for bothering your show with boring side-related questions. But you asked, right? So you're not that sorry. And there is a but. It's like, as Ned Stark used to say, everything that comes before the word but is... anyway, but there are plans to make those educational shows from the... Are there any plans to make those educational shows from the Lubis and from M. Ostrovsky more accessible? Are they inaccessible? Maybe make them appear in the video series tab. I'm not aware of any plans of that nature, because yeah, they're a little different animal than video series. But worst case scenario, if we can't find them here, they are on YouTube, right? They should be fairly accessible there as well. Or am I wrong about that? Maybe I'm wrong about that, because those are premium shows. I gotcha. I will inquire. Inquire? Is that a word? About the problem. I'm guessing there are no plans, but I'm guessing Coffee Cluster is aware of that too, and he's more of a looking for a polite way to suggest maybe changing stuff. Because in general, just like on the chessboard, I'm not very good with plans. Here? Can I take? Go here. What phony move can I make before I win on time? Take the pawn. I don't like my own fake laughter. It's not very impressive. C. Hernandez is saying Jan is a major celeb in Germany. That's very true. He probably hangs with those pro footballers on weekends and stuff. Now I'm from Hamburg, and the problem is in Hamburg we don't have a single good football player. So it's not because of my lack of celebrity. I'm very, very famous. But because of the lack of football players, there are any good in Hamburg. So I can't hang with any football players. It's very upsetting. Is England playing today? That wasn't like set up or anything. Just a question. I'll play E-Lion. Elian? I still don't know how to pronounce his name. But my best guess is E-Lion. Wow, 2738. My dear friend Jan the Smug GM is saying hello Jan. He has a profile picture of me. Hello Jan the Smug GM. I have a feeling this will be. Our interactions will be limited. What can I do for you? What can I do against Mr. E-Lion is the big question. E6, G6, C6. C6. Here we go. Eli, I think, is a sharp attacking player, so he's probably gonna do something sharp and attacky. Let's see. E4, that's right up your alley. No, Eli? Ha! I know my customers. B5, Queen C2. I don't know theory. E6. What do you do after B4? Do you go E5 or what's the plan here? B4, E5, I'm guessing, yeah? All right, come on, let's not be too cautious. And Fuchsia is in the chat. Finally, some moderating. I'm being trolled here. There's a user called Jan the Smug GM. Can we ban him? Or is that not offense enough? What else do you need to do for the ban hammer to fall? Do we have to wait until he does something? I don't know. Stuff works in the ban game. So this position. Bishop d3 looked like a bit of a mistake maybe, no? Because a5, wasn't I telegraphing my intentions to jump all the way here? This looked a little slow to me. Then again, the bishop might checkmate me on h7 soon, so I guess there's some pros to it. Not so sure about bishop a6. So e5, not ft5, knight e4 looks normal. Bishop g5 looks slow somehow. Please explain your plan. Fuchsia is saying, nah, he's punished enough by his rating. Not cool, Fuchsia. We don't do rating discrimination on the show. That's the one thing that I was told not to do. Be nice to everybody. Don't wave your giant internet rating around because no one cares. I don't even care. Honestly, I hate losing. I don't care at all about internet ratings. People don't believe me, but it's the truth. Tell the truth. I'm worried about castling because I might get mated after e5, so I'll just play random moves until the situation clarifies. Queen b6 was particularly random now. I want to go knight bd5, but I guess it doesn't work. ef knight c3 somewhere. Nah, let's not. Let us not. So knight e4 shall come. I'm not so sure what I'm doing here. The position should be fine, but I'm not so sure what to do. I guess knight e4 I should go g5 maybe. Do you hear the double hedge? Do you hear the doubt in my voice? I guess I should maybe do that. Ale. Enough messing around. I'll try to open both sides of the board. Can you open both sides of the board? And Mr. Dodgy is saying, I'm only here because of the ratings. I shall now reconsider my options. We can't do this bargaining dance every 2 days, Mr. Dodgy. Come on. Why do I get checkmated here? I keep missing this d7 check in such and related positions. This is a little scary. Then again, there's pawns to be taken. I'm mainly doing it to work on my reputation as a pawn grabber. But I also didn't see a mate. d7 So far it's just a check. King e7, knight c6, I have knight c6. Rook a6, rook a6. So hopefully it's all good. Knight f7, he's so aggressive, this Ellie. I keep getting the name E Lion wrong. How hard can it be? So king f7, he wants bishop e5. Can I somehow bother him like some knight f4 Zwischenzug maybe? Or does he want queen h5 check? I don't know what he wants. Let's take and then wonder. See, I've never done that my whole life. He sacrificed a piece and now he's thinking. It's just an intuitive sacrifice. Madness. So let me calculate. Queen h5 check. I should go to f8. End of calculating. Still don't see mate. I have to be careful. d7, bishop d6 check and themes like that. But d7 I can go knight f4 for example. So it does not look like it's winning. Here we go. I can also go knight f6. But maybe. This is enough. Not sure about gf actually. My king loses some shelter. And I missed rook d1. Ugh, gf was weird. So can I take? d8 takes, king e7, queen h4, queen f6, rook d7 takes. Weird position. Are you guys impressed with the speed of my calculation? I understand. Oh, didn't see that one coming. Is it good? We'll see. Time to speed up a little bit at some point. Where should the knight go? Drama, baby. Run. 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 Keep running. The race is over. Exciting game against E Lion. Probably the computer will change his evaluation from -5 to +5, back to -5. Plenty of times, but it was fun to play. So thank you, Mr. E Lion. Let's play the Dark Lord Cthulhu. Haven't I played Cthulhu many a time? Maybe he always challenges and then he's not there. This would be very confusing if I had never seized the opportunity to battle the mighty Cthulhu. What can I do? Knight c3. Oh, you're a theoretician. Every Grunfeld player is a theoretician, in my book. Castle's a mistake though. You should play c5. It's important not to mess around with the move order here, because you need to be quick to put pressure on the white center. c5, and then if I go bishop e2, you go knight c6, and I can't go d5, because c3 is hanging with check, or would be a sacrifice of material. Well, now there's not that much pressure on my center, so white should be better. Of course, this might be your pet line, but I think your pet line is probably not that great if it is your pet line. Having said all that, don't know what to do, yada, yada, yada. Still looks like a better Grunfeld version than you normally get. Normally white has to do all kinds of gymnastics to keep his pawn center intact in such lines. Well, here, you know, the setup feels reasonably natural still. Now my plan is to go f4, c4 and e5 and take all the squares. Not sure which order to do that in, but it is the general plan. I guess e5 first. I'm trying to figure out what happens after. f6 directly looks risky to me. Because there might be cheapos. So I was wondering mainly about bishop b7, then c4, f6. Because then I don't have access to the d5 square and other shenanigans. But no, I do. Check. Check. I'm not a poor sport like some of you who don't say check after you give a check. I will never do such a thing. You have to say check, especially on the internet. You know, it's part of the internet etiquette. Can't I take this queen? I really want to take the... No, the rook. I mean, I really want to take the rook at some point. The problem is... Oh, I calculated. I will share the fruits of my calculation shortly. So what I calculated was bishop b7, queen a7, rook a8, e d6, queen c6, bishop f3. There I stopped. What did I say I calculated? Was this, right? Yeah, rook a8, e d6. Sorry, I forgot. Are you guys very impressed with my grandmasterly foresight? Probably not. You're not wrong. I'm not sure. Cheshire is saying another one for the rook up book. It's still too complicated. Like the rook up book is more concerned with like clean rook up situations. Like this could be in the maybe the how to get rook up positions training chapter. But see, it's only an exchange. So no, I don't think it belongs in the book, frankly. Now maybe after rook a2 I can do some trickery to get a rook up situation. I hope so. Rook d2, rook d1 once again. I did a lot of calculationing. That is a word. So I watched this. What's it called on Netflix? My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. I watched the Howard Stern interview. I like Howard Stern. And, well, I think they did better interviews than that one. But there was this thing Howard Stern said that as a broadcaster, you don't really need to have any skills. You just need to be genuine. And he was, especially in his early years, always willing to put it all out there. Which is interesting, because I have a feeling I've somewhat... And yes, I am comparing myself to Howard Stern, who makes billions of dollars. Billions? Maybe just 100 millions. Hundreds of millions. I have a feeling I've become a little less genuine over the years. I used to have no secrets from you guys. And now I'm very secretive. Then again, I don't have much to share. You know, there's not that much happening. I eat, I food. See, that's probably the same thing, eating and fooding, except fooding is not a word. I sleep. I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. Actually, 7:30. I eat. Do we have the I eat part? This weekend, on Sunday, I watched football with some guests. On Saturday, I was in the lovely city of Neumünster. Did some youth training, because what's more inspiring than sharing the wealth of your knowledge with the next generation for money? I don't think there is anything out there that fills my heart with greater joy, except for eating maybe. So I did that on Saturday. Then on Sunday, yeah, I ate. We had tacos day to honor our Mexican friends. Actually, it's not tacos, it's burritos. I ate a lot of guacamole, a lot of minced meat, a lot of burritos. And then I watched football. Then I slept. Then I ate again. That's my life. In between, I listen to podcasts. What was I listening to? I was listening to Comedy Bang Bang at Intern Gino. There's a new episode. What other podcasts? I listen to all these basketball podcasts, but now that the season is over, even for hardcore fans like myself, it's getting a little tedious. Until we have new information where Kawhi Leonard is going, I don't need to listen to 50,000 different pre-draft or pre-agency podcasts, really. So I'm looking. I was listening to a Blank Check with Griffin and David. That's one of my favorites about movies. I don't really watch the movies. I just want to hear people talk about the movies. So I was listening to the Jack Reacher episode. For whatever reason, I watched Jack Reacher a while ago. I was hoping it would be like an interesting thriller with essential mystery. But then in the end it was mainly Tom Cruise shooting people. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to share with you guys. I'm not sure it's enough. In this position I'm better because he put the bishop on f4. And I also do have more than twice his rating. So I'm a favorite. Ross Pilash is asking, Jan, did you watch The Walking Dead? I watched maybe the first season or a couple episodes, but I don't know. I'm surprised this format. Oh no, don't walk in there. It looks really scary. Boo, there's a lot of zombies. They're gonna eat one of you. I wouldn't expect this format to, last for 18 seasons. But I was wrong. Couture Cthulhu is asking, have you ever watched any of Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret? Never heard of it. That sounds like a good title, so I'll Google it instantly. Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret. I'm a very quick typer. And why did I win? Yay me, I hit disconnected. Is that an English thing or why have I never heard of it? Because if it was American, I would have heard of it. Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret. Rotten Tomatoes. No, it's American. Who would have thought? No, it's not American. See, I knew it. The escapades of a prevaricating, I don't know the words in the description, that's bad news already, American office temp who lands a sales job in London, where he goes to work for an energy drink company. That's with David Cross. I'm not a big David Cross guy, even in what's called Arrested Development. I normally didn't chuckle when David Cross was on screen. Maybe that's wrong. But even the sketch show never did it for me. I don't know. Probably won't watch it. But I'll check it out. Thanks, Cthulhu. Time to play against our dear friend, F. Bardamu. And Eikla Mighty Arms is saying, prevaricating, shilly-shallying, as you know from your hero Nimzovich. Now, prevaricating, I'm familiar with Office. Never heard of that word. And C4 Knight F6 on the board here. G3. Cthulhu is saying, I caught the French film. You lost me at French film. Raw over the weekend. Absolutely visceral and riveting. Strong words again. Raw. WWE Raw, or is that a different thing? Raw movie rotten. Sorry if this show has become me just Googling movie recommendations I get. But I haven't been a good passenger on the ship that is pop culture recently. Raw, 91%. Raw's lurid violence and sexuality live up to its title, but they're anchored with an immersive atmosphere. Wow. A lot of $5 words in the last minute of the show. And deep symbolism that linger long after the provocative visuals fade. Like a French version of Kids? I'll check it out. Sounds good. Thanks for the tip, Cthulhu. Fuxia is saying, I still have Sharknado on the disc. I used to try to make it a thing to advertise or to recommend these Sharknado movies, but then you try sitting through them. It's tough. The first one I sort of enjoyed until I started Googling Tara Reid and was wondering what happened to you, Tara Reid? Since American Pie, things have, taken a strange direction there. Anyway, the first Sharknado I mildly enjoyed, but then, sitting through the second one, I really struggled with, and I haven't made much of an attempt to watch any further. Fuchs is saying, Annihilation was good. Oh, this gives me a rare opportunity to brag. I read the book, and it was nothing like the book. It was different. The book was weird. Like, it didn't give me what I wanted, but it made me think. So I guess it's a good thing. And the movie, I guess it was also weird, but it didn't make me think. Maybe because I wasn't paying enough attention. I shouldn't spoil anything. But maybe I have to rewatch it to have a qualified opinion. I had on the background. It was just weird and messy. Is this the same position we just said? Or I just said? Can't remember. No, I think I had an extra tempo in the other one and my queen on c2 for some reason. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. DC maybe? DC, CD. I should know what I'm supposed to do here, but I do not. Shouty is saying Killing Eve. Yeah, Killing Eve I've watched the first couple episodes. I liked it. I've seen like the first 3 or 4, something like that. I one day shall finish that show. I don't know what to do here. F. Bardamo is out preparing me left, right, and center. Okay, let's put some rooks somewhere. Probably TC, but it all looks like very little. Probably CT is not the way to go. Not sure why I'm pre-moving. Queen takes d4. Sure, f6 looked more than adequate then. As it does here, actually. Yeah, this has gone wrong. I don't like it when I play white openings like such putzer. I guess it's time to release the tension. Exciting. I'm very bored by this game too, in case you're thinking, ugh, this is boring. I do not disagree. I'll try to play something more exciting next game. Not sure how to do it, but I shall try. There is no try. So bored. And so slow. So I'll probably lose this game. Let's try to make it even more boring. I don't think white has anything here. But I will, hope to somehow trick F. Bardamo with some b4. Knight to c6. Stuff like that. Here we go. Knight c6, rook d1. Doesn't look like it's gonna bring home the bacon. Still not better, am I? Am I worse? I also don't see how to confuse the matter. So I should probably try not to lose on time. And then, reconsider all the other stuff. This has been a very bad game. Very unfocused. Very random. Time to focus. So e5, knight c6, rook b5. Yeah, not much there. Knight c3 also looks fine. This is bad. I'm annoyed. The problem is that objectively the best case scenario for me at this point is a draw. But I don't want it. So I have to do some weird stuff to fake keep the game going. which most likely will backfire. I'm also very slow. Sorry you guys have to watch this. Trust me, I'm just as upset as you are. If you are very upset. If you're not that upset, I'm probably more upset than you. Oops, somehow I thought his rook was on f2 already. Wow, this is a new low after all these years. Still flagging after all these years. Good game. F. Bardamu. I apologize for the horrible level of play. I think this is the one game that should be edited out because it's just too painful to watch. Not because of like the violence, but just the lack of execution. It's just sloppy. It's just a bad game. And I want to apologize to everyone who had to see this. What time is it? Oh, we're nowhere near being done. So there might be more sloppiness to come. F. Bardamu saying, I played without a mouse. I played without a brain. So I think we were on more or less even terms there. Yeah, that was a horrible, horrible game. Like, I didn't have one constructive thought in the whole game. Grendel, what are you up to? Connaissez-vous le dragon? I have to admit, I don't know what to do here. A5 doesn't look too terrible, right? No, I put the guy here. Zeelandson saying close enough with the French. That's where it said on my high school diploma as well. Close enough with the French. 1GKMK1 keeps asking, hey, tell me, what do autorator do? 4 question marks. Isn't it rude to have more than 3 question marks? I thought we had agreed on the internet that 3 question marks is the way to do it, but more than 3, you can't do that. Now, some more exciting material grabbing. Knight d5 was a bit of a blunder because after knight c2. b3 is hanging, a1 is hanging, knight e3 is there. There's too many things. And there you go, 1 GK and K1 is now using the proper amount of question marks, which is 2. Controls account, double question mark. I'm very excited about this conversation. Let's see where it's going. $23. Give me. Oh, and the 4 question marks were just to gain attention. As I am not premium, no one was answering. No, I think your questions are valuable and insightful enough and have enough question marks that they absolutely should be discussed in more detail. So, that's interesting though. So maybe people use the 4 question marks just to gain attention. That thought had never crossed my mind. I thought it was to emphasize how relevant the topic they're bringing up is. Like, what do moderators on an internet chat do? Turns out they moderate. They can block people or ban people or silence people. Like, oof, they have a lot of power. Some people would argue. And great power brings great irritability. Alright, can I do some tricky move? Can I do some tricky move? I'm sorry. English is not my first or second or 17th language, apparently. This is my very tricky move. Probably blundering material after knight c2. Queen b3. High level chess. And 1 GK K1 says, okay, now I understood. I'm glad that's resolved. Even though I think you should use 4 exclamation marks, or let's say 3 exclamation marks, to clarify that now you've understood. Because otherwise, it feels like you're only using them to draw attention to your questions, but not to the praise that you're giving to the answer. Also, I should try to avoid losing on time. Won't be easy, but I like my chances because I'm nothing but not a flagger. But not a flagger? Whatever. Whew, that was close. And Deck TLF is saying, I finally just bought premium. So happy. That's great news, Deck TLF. And you know what? Since you're happy, I will try to instantly ruin your mood. Challenge me to a game of chess. I shall crush you. And the happiness will be over with. Because that's the type of guy I am. But in the meantime, while I anxiously await Deck TLF's challenge, I'm gonna have to deal with David Cresty. I hope that's not David Cross's secret account after I just said David Cross. Not really. Doesn't make me chuckle. Now he's using his David Cresty, thinly veiled account to crush me. I'll show you chuckle. And 1 GKMK1 is using the proper amount of exclamation marks. Alright, thanks 1 GKMK1. I'm glad we all learned something thanks to your fearless punctuation. I'm out of coffee too. Alright, I'll bluff. You can take, because I have a feeling you're not gonna. I know my David Crossies. Bishop f3 looks proper as well. But it's a bishop. Why give it up without a fight? Now, however, there might be pawns for the taking. Because to my mind, oceans of self-pity with the occasional porn grabbing is the chess show that everyone wants to see. Because we need to reach the masses. Chess can't remain a niche sport. Sports? I say sports? A niche game. We need to, make it big to attract all that corporate sponsorship. And we can't, have people, lazily leaning back, not caring about their hair days, not even wearing shirts anymore. We need to give people the proper fireworks. Maybe gamify the game of chess a little more. If you ask me, this bishop would explode. Boom. Right here, right now. Here? It's not even a trick, right? Rook c1, knight f3, knight f3. And everything's protected. Upsetting. Very upsetting. I'll still do it, but I'll be very upset about it. Mr. Dodgy is weighing in on the topic. You need to create controversy. Just a little controversy, because it feels so empty without me. And to get chess into the mainstream, I suggest violence. I do not disagree. Then again, it's a family-friendly program, so I should clarify that all the violence endorsing that is about to come is done in jest. I don't mean it. We're anti-violence on this program. But the problem is also, there's no one here. And I'm not sure if there's an online version of violence. Is it called like trolling? Twitter bullying? Or do you mean real violence, Mr. Dodgy? Because I don't interact with people. So even if I was pro-violence, it would be very hard to, find anybody to rough up. So, while I do like your idea, I think we still need to workshop it and address it to the real world neckbeard situation that we're dealing with here. Peter Svidler doesn't like it when I call people neckbeards. Sludgy is clarifying family-friendly cartoon violence, so sort of a Daffy Duck kind of situation. Interesting. Zhechuan beef, wow, this is terrifying. He's saying, no way, brah. And he's spelling brah, B-R-U-H. That clarifies that he's cool, because if you spell bar B-R-A, then you're not cool. Or B-R-O. I think bra probably means something else. You need an H. See, I'm very cool. Straight fisticuffs. Svidler versus So 2018. Svidler So. Those don't strike me as very violent guys, either of them. So I'm not sure. That's a good fisticuffs matchup. Not that anybody in the chess world is violent, but I would still... My hair day is not getting better with all the instant repairs I'm doing here. What fist fight would we want to see in the chess world? Like Kayaki Mamedyarov? Nah. It'd be more like, I don't know. More like wrestling, maybe? Magnus? Magnus is... I wouldn't say he's violent, but he's very fit. And he's very competitive. But who would be a good opponent? Tulu is saying, I vote for Kramnik versus Peter Heine Nielsen. Nah, those are both very peaceful guys. They might be tall, but I don't think they're great at fistfights. Mr. Dodgy is asking, how do you get either of them to fight? Yeah. There's still details to be ironed out there. Chobaba versus Giri is suggested. Interesting. Giri versus Hu Yifan, suggested by Fuxia. Also interesting. I think there's something to work with here. Because, yeah, this chess boxing might not be the format. It should just be boxing. Chess players boxing. Kushub says, saying, hi, Jan, would you like to make an e4, e5 repertoire for black on chess24? That would be awesome. Didn't I sort of do that already? Like, it's not complete. There's my old chess-based DVDs, but on chess24 I've also published most stuff. No, I have these updates on the Marshall, I have the Italian black repertoire, so I think you're good with stuff that's on here. Or not. Anyway, I'll occasionally keep updating e4, e5 stuff when they come to my mind. But it's not... I don't feel it's an urgent need to talk more about e4, e5. I need a new topic. Not really. Don't give me suggestions. Except if they involve boxing. More jeu d'échecs. Let's play Duck TLF. Not happening. Le Carocan. 3c5 is making, I'm not sure if a comeback, but it's becoming more popular. Like, look like it has a seal of approval of some of the bigger Carocan nerds out there. Like Vichy played it recently, you know? DC, it seems like they're afraid of going knight c6 because of some stuff like a3, f4, what do I know. So they're back to good old e6. When I always thought this position is a little scary, bishop d3, short castles. But it seems like black players are sort of okay going here. c4 I have not seen before. I guess I should react violently and immediately target the f2 pawn. Queen c2 looks like the right move. When I'll think about what to do. Maybe knight c6, intending cd knight b4. But white should still be fine. Queen c2, knight c6, whatever. a3. How bad can it be? Here we go. That's what I was talking about. Queen a4 check, bishop d7, and once again f2 is hanging. Well, if the queen goes somewhere like d2 or e2, I have a decision to make, but I'm leaning towards ed and trying to do something aggressive, even though I don't really see it after a3. Is there some trick? I don't see it. Bishop f2, queen f2, knight d3 is not ideal. So maybe just ed and a3, something. Knight d5 is possible, but I don't want to. Alright. I didn't want to, but I did. So we've both more or less finished development, I guess. I did a little better than white because of the queen moving back and forth, but nothing bad has happened yet. I still need to get some more pieces out, like this bishop. Same for white, bishop g5, bishop f4. The thing with these structures is often, if white doesn't have any attack, and he has this pawn on e5, has this pawn on e6 with otherwise reasonably symmetrical structure, those things can favor black, because this pawn on e5 left many squares behind that it doesn't cover anymore, like e4 and d4. So if there's no attack to be built on the back of this pawn, that can often be a liability, like Matthew Sadler used to talk about, provoking this e4, e5 in all kinds of Queen's Gambit acceptance. Still, white is fine. Maybe I shouldn't have avoided the exchange of queens, because it turns out I'm a little scared of all kinds of bishop e6s. And bishop b5s. Dak TLF hanging in there. I had all these best laid plans to make him unhappy. I think he's still happy. And, it's a 3-minute game, so I should also avoid losing on time. Oof. So many problems. So what football are we watching today? I just learned from my dear friend Niels Grandelius that Sweden did indeed win their game in great style, if I read correctly. So congrats to Sweden. I guess I'll only rejoin the World Championship action when there's Germany-Sweden. When is it? Next Saturday? Gimme. Or is there any must-see TV? Like Portugal-Spain was good, right? I hope there's no proper football fans out there. They'd probably get as annoyed as I get when, people ask me No, I was going to say chess questions, but that's inaccurate. I'm not that big of a chess nerd. If people ask me basketball questions without doing their homework. And Fuxia is updating us right now. Belgium versus Canada. Oh, I had a Belgian guest yesterday. I talked some trash because he seemed a little too happy after Germany lost to Mexico. And he gave all these fake emphatic speeches like, oh, but if anybody can come back from that loss, it's Germany. And so I said, save your speeches for after the quarterfinal. But no, Belgium might be good this time, no? Is Belgium going to win it all? Is that what's happening? What are we doing here? Last game? Probably the last game already. Chess Cat, that's not funny. Are England any good these days? Come on, I don't follow football, but we all know England is never any good. And it's a bit rude to rub that in. Just as it is a little rude to play the London system on this program. And Torf is saying Belgium is third in the world. Yeah, but they're a bit... What have they done? They're the hipster pick, right? Very talented, go high in the world rankings. But can we trust them? Can they handle the pressure? Can I handle the pressure of Queen b6, Knight c3, Queen b2? Not sure I'll be able to do it. I also might blunder Queen c2, Queen d4, Queen c8 checkmate. see, Iceland is the hipster pick. Do we get these annoying, whatever it is, graphics of Icelandic population, like total 100,000, 50,000 are women, 10,000 are fisher, and 20,000 are too old, and blah blah blah, so there's only 11 left. When you always get these, what is it called, memes? When Iceland does well in football, no? That's my only contribution. I have a feeling taking this pawn might be overdoing it. Do I listen to that feeling? Yeah, I guess. Should trust my greedy little inner voice. Cthulhu is saying, I think Yanistan now has the most GMs per capita. I think so too. And if it doesn't, we can always change it. You know, we've been working on our immigration laws. So if we do not have the most GMs per capita in Yanistan anymore, maybe we can get rid of some people that might have obtained citizenship illegally. I don't know. We'll look into it. You know, just following the Yanistan laws. No choice. And Mr. Dodgy is saying, I've been trying to give Flagtown the highest population of GMs. Hang on. Yanistan... Flagtown is a city in Yanistan, right? And I'm obviously the only GM in Yanistan. So it depends if I reside in Flagtown or another city. Which city has the highest population of GMs? Or am I misunderstanding the train of thought there? What else are we talking about? They eat fermented shark in Iceland? I had some whale when I was in Iceland. That's probably not the proper thing to do. But I thought, gotta try it once. Do I have anything else to say on Iceland? I liked it there. I only played the Reykjavik Open once, but yeah, seemed like a very nice city. Very, what's the word? Vibrant. Lots of stuff happening, left, right, and center. Weather was terrible, but I've been told that's not always like that. When was it? It's a while ago. I did horribly, but I did have a good time. Not sure how to arrange my pieces here. Cthulhu is saying, I know you've been looking for another Open to play, besides the Thailand. What about in the US? Yeah, I'm not against the US, even though the US Open scene, I guess things have changed a bit. But the Opens I used to play back in the day, it's a very strange experience for us Europeans. Because, what did I play? What's the one in Philadelphia? The World Open? Played the World Open, I guess, once maybe? And, well, I played in New York many times. Some closed IM tournaments and GM tournaments and I don't know what stuff is called. Some Opens in Manhattan. I'm not sure what's called what. World Open, US Open, National Open, whatever Open. But yeah, it's strange to us Europeans with the format, the rounds, that the pairings get published like 8 minutes before the rounds, stuff like that. I'm playing horribly here. So, not sure about the US, but if you have a cool location there, I love going to the US. I haven't been for a while. When did I last go? 2016 maybe? I did this camp. I don't know. Can't remember. Was it 2015? So Dodgy is saying, get St. Louis to invite you to a nice round robin. They have like 10 a year. Yeah, we'll probably get crushed, right? Aren't those like motivated kids? We've had that topic. I need like old, overrated guys, not motivated kids. Maybe they have one with old, overrated guys. Like, that'd be fair. So St. Louis, if you're watching, if you have any tournament with old, overrated people, let me know. Thomas Norbeck saying, play Kasparov. He would probably crush me. Like, he looked pretty sharp in that Rapid he did last year. He's not playing the Rapid this year, is he? And Mr. Dodgy is saying, hang on, I said you wanted old overrated guys instead of India. What's going on here? What, now you're turning it around on me? Or maybe I turned it around. I'm not sure. It's all very confusing. I do want old overrated guys. If there's no old overrated guys, I want like a tropical location. I've never been to St. Louis. Might get tropical in the summers. Am I losing on time while we're... trying to figure this out. Not yet. I'll probably flag jet throw eventually. Alright, give me. End game. My true love. Zaychuan Beaver saying St. Louis isn't exactly a hot tourist destination. I've been told, however, I've never been to any of the events there, but I've been told that the neighborhood where they have those tournaments is fantastic, very nice, lots of good food options nearby. So, since I never walk more than like 3 blocks anyway, that does sound like a good tourist destination, no? One GMK1 says, play Pragnananda. First of all, I think Pragnananda, I don't know, he hasn't done so well in this last tournament in Holland I saw, no? And secondly, you did not spell him correctly. How dare you? What's going on here? I should not lose on time. That's what's going on. Fisher-like. Except it wasn't a bad move. And now people are gonna tell me, no, modern machines have shown bishop h2 wasn't a mistake. Of course it's a mistake. It doesn't matter if it's a mathematical draw after that or not. It was converted a dead drawn position into a maybe study-like drawn position. That's a mistake. And jet throw does resign before I can flag him. That's very rude. Anyway, that's it for today, I believe. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the spirited discussion. So what shall we get into? Do we have to watch football? There's no escape, right? That's the conversation for the next couple months. Other than that, this week, what's going on this week? Paris, I believe, starts on Wednesday. I think I'll do another Banter Blitz probably before Paris on Wednesday. Possibly, there's gonna be a new opening clinic article. So if you have opening questions and you want to feature in my beloved, like the ratings say differently, but I love it, in my beloved show, Jan's Opening Clinic, you can ask a question when the news article gets published, probably on Wednesday, which is 2 days from today, or as people like to call it, the 20th of June 2018. So hurry, because normally we close it after like whatever 100 questions, and then I will do my 5 very exciting opening clinic shows. Other than that, yeah. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.